1, 2. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Since yesterday we are discussing religion or anything, I think the basic problem that we all are facing is the cultural differences. That is like, I'm a Buddhist or he's a Hindu or he's a Muslim. So how we as students can lessen this diversion, can broaden the aspect of we as Indian or we as human? How can we do that?
Okay, very good question. I should thank you very much, particularly for this question. Okay, say, while we start learning about what is known as confluence. Confluence, bringing together of all the ethnicities, bringing together of all the religions into one big ocean. Confluence of the rivers. All rivers flowing from different directions, eventually they come to the ocean, and the ocean is one. Likewise, the confluence of all religious divisions, the ethnicities, and so forth. So, how can we do that? This is the question. Okay, 2 points. One, how you should do. Number 2, how you should react when somebody does not do that. Right? 2 things. Okay, how you should do. Always, first ask yourself, what do I want? What is the answer? I want happiness. What degree of happiness do you want? 10%? 50%? 100%? If possible, 100%. Right? If I want 100% happiness, what makes me unhappy? My enemies. Reduce your enemies. You getting it? Reduce your enemies. How to reduce your enemies? What creates enemies is because of these different identities. I'm Buddhist. Oh, you are not Buddhist. Oh, you are not believer. Right? Okay. So there, this identity, when the identity that you identify yourself with is so narrow, then you create so many enemies. Enemies doesn't mean that somebody comes to kill you. The moment you with a person, oh, he's not Tibetan, she's not Tibetan, then feel unhappy. This unhappiness is created not by the other person, created by your own delusory sense of identity. Now what you do is that, seeing that I want greatness of the happiness. For the greatness of the happiness, I should dissolve all my enemies. There should be no enemies. And what creates enemies? Or dissolve all these things. What creates enemies is identifying myself with all the minor, less important identities. So I should expand the scope of my identity, which is, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. The more I identify myself as a human being, I see any human being, I'll be happy. You are identifying yourself as a human being, not for the sake of not for diplomacy, for your own happiness. You try it. Initially it's going to be a little difficult, because when you have a tumor inside your body, first you have to go under surgery. And surgery is a very severe, painful exercise. Once you do that, once the pain is gone, once the tumor is gone, then you are very healthy. Likewise, look at the great beings like Mahatma Gandhi. Look at Jesus Christ. Look at, say, the Mother Teresa. All these great beings, they just broke this barrier between them and others. This makes them so great. They are so happy. Likewise, each one of us, we all have this capacity to do, right? By asking the first question, what do I want? Happiness. What degree of happiness do you want? 100% happiness? How to make it happen? By making everyone friends, by dissolving all enemies. How to dissolve the enemies? Is to identify myself as one of the big human family, that I'm a human being. Good. Now, how to interact with others? When they start saying that, oh, you're a Tibetan, you're a Lataki, you are northeastern, you are, say, Manipuri, you are, say, from Sikkim, then what do you should do? Think of yourself like a mother. Mother and all others, they are, innocent children. Innocent children, they will create problems. A mother will not fight with the children. It's stupid. Okay, maintain your dignity as a mother, as a very experienced mother, right? And then treat them all. Oh, they don't know about the identities. They are like small children. Small children, they behave how the others dictate on them. Say, how many of you did that? Right? Let me give you one example, and you will see that, wow, it's very true. Okay. Say, small children, particularly the boys, they suffer. Not the girls as much. Small children, say, one naughty boy, age like 10, and very young boy, age 5. I say age 5, and his name is, say, John. Right? I should make sure that there's no John here. So the John is there, and then the 10 years old boy, naughty boy, he will say, look, then, here Ravi, look at this John. John is so courageous. John is so courageous. And John is listening. How old is John? He's 5 years old. Right? And John is listening. He's praising me. Right? And then, now he's listening and listening to what the instructions, the next instructions. Look, here Ravi, look, hey John. John will slowly stand up, and he will kick on the wall. He will kick the wall. Right? And John will look at me. Right? And then John will sit like this. And John, kicking is going to be very painful. But John is thinking, by kicking, it's very painful. And then the person, look, here, look, I told you, right? Now John is about to stand. Look, he's about to stand. And then the John will slowly stand. Right? And then he will tell the Ravi, here, look, I told you, now he's so, I never saw any boy like him. He's so courageous. Look, he's going to kick the wall. Then John will go there and kick the wall, right? And it's so painful. But he pretends, look, still he's not in pain. Look. Right? Then he will say, look, he will do the second time. Second time maybe less strong. You are like in pain. So look, what made this poor John behave like this was under the dictate of the others. The dictate of the others. And they were not forcing him, but simply manipulating your thoughts. You are treated like a child. You are a child. Likewise, when somebody else behave like this, oh, you are a Manipurian, or you are this, you are that, then you will behave like this, you are a small child. You are John. Right? So when somebody behaves to you like this, you mention, they are like John, not me. I'm like the mother. Right? They are like the John. Right? John? Then your job. Don't keep them as Johns and don't enjoy your being the elder one all the time. Also teach them how not to be John. Also teach them on the basis of widening the circle of your identity. This is so important. Okay, thank you. Yes.